So within like a week or so, that's gonna be all of Canada, just plastic everywhere. It's just gonna be a giant plastic country. I know. Yeah, I mean signs. I've been to other countries during election times. There's posters, but there's not these yard signs like Canada does yards. I know America does them too, but not like this. Not like Canada. In Canada, they cover every square inch of the land to the point that there's nothing left.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. The Canadian election with Justin Trudeau. Jagmeet Singh.
It's not this. I forgot how early that one cut out. Okay, well maybe yeah. It's not gonna have the same ring.
It's the Canadian election with Justin Trudeau, Jagmeet Singh, Aaron O'Toole, The Tool, and of course, if he's not racist enough for you, Maxime Bernier is there too.
This is my day job, believe it or not. Oh, alright. Let's take a quick look.
Comes next. Well,
Come, do not come.
so what comes next? Well, each party names the candidates they'll be running across Canada's 338 electoral districts. Of course, the field will consist of hundreds of incumbents. Once the candidates list is official, next comes the campaign. Under federal law, the election must be held no fewer than 36 days after the dissolution of Parliament. However, it can be up to 50 days later. This time around, the election will be held on September 20th. That's a Monday. Then there's the matter of voting. Last year in the US and in provincial elections here in Canada, the pandemic triggered a wave of advanced voting and vote by mail. Conditions are currently better in Canada, but some people could still be wary of big crowds at polls, particularly with the emergence of the Delta variant. So the timing of when people cast their ballots is an X factor this time around. Finally, there's the issue of counting votes. And again, it's likely to be different than in the past. Elections Canada is anticipating an unprecedented surge in those mail-in ballots. In the last federal election, out of 18.3 million ballots cast, just over 50,000 were sent in by mail. This time around, some experts estimate that number will be closer to 5 million, none of which can be opened until polls close. Global News got access.
Now, Canada does not have ranked choice voting. We were supposed to. That was one of the promises that Justin Trudeau said he campaigned on. He said that was the last first past to post election. But of course, once you've gotten power, you probably don't want to change the rules so you won't keep power, which is why he didn't change anything there. But yeah, we're going to be facing ourselves a fall election. I know this whole thing sounds kooky. I know it sounds really bizarre, and you're wondering what is going on. How are you having an election out of nowhere? How is the election starting and stopping ever so quickly? It's happening on September 20th. Like, that's it, and then it's over. That's all the ad campaigns are going to be done. All the posters, all the flyers, all the battles, all the debates. There's going to be debates, and guess what? Not only is there debates, but in Cartoon Canada land, there's a French one. There's going to be a French debate. Yeah, where they all have to debate in French, and for the people who aren't completely francophone, sometimes it's kind of funny because they just have like buzzwords ready, but they're not as great in French. But yeah, it's a whole thing.
Canada's been hearing a lot.
We're gonna be doing it. We're gonna be doing the whole thing. Just you wait.
About a potential federal election lately. But wait, wasn't the last one less than 2 years ago?
Certainly any government that is a minority government wants to become a majority government. It makes life easier for the government when...
Okay, well, why don't I explain everything to all of you who aren't from Canada land? So I'm going to help you out with the Canadian election, and then you can tell your friends, and you can help them out too, all right, then? So this is the current federal polling of Canada over here in Canada land. This is what's going on here. So as you see, 33% for the... I'm going to drop this. 33% for the Liberal Party, 30% for the Conservative Party, 19% for the NDP. The Green Party is sitting at 4%. Le Bloc Québécois is at 6%, and the PPC is at a whopping 6%. This is the most troubling one, but good and bad. So allow me to explain to you what is happening here. As of right now, in our parliamentary system, which we get from the Queen, all hail her majesty, the Queen gives us her powers. In the parliamentary system, it's all about how many MPs you have in the parliament. If you get past the magic number, and the magic number is 170. If you get 170, then you get a majority. Then you can rule unopposed until there's a vote of no confidence, or you might have inter-party politics or something to that effect. But for the most part, it gives you complete control to pass your agenda. You control the entire country. We had that for a while under the original Justin Trudeau government. Now, Justin Trudeau has fallen under scandal after scandal after scandal, and I'm not just talking about the blackface, okay? There's been a lot of other scandals. He's got like 4 or 5 major scandals that have happened in his tenure, but still kind of like Teflon Don, you know, in the US. He's not really dropping too much out of power. One of the reasons being is that because right now he has a minority government, he does not have complete control. He has to find frenzies, and he's been finding frenzies with our frenzies, if you're a lefty, the NDP. Now, the NDP under Jagmeet Singh, not perfect, all right? They're not looking to abolish capitalism, but they are looking to tax the rich by a lot, including not just the mega wealthy, but the wealthy. I believe he's trying to set the standard. It was they set it at $20 million, but the new proposal is going to be as low as $10 million. So if you have $10 million or more in assets, you're going to be taxed on all of those assets to a certain amount to help pay for things that everyone needs, like pharmacare and dental care and psychiatric care. Oh, and elderly care. All things that are very, very important for society. Anyways, in the past little while, the Liberals have been governing and they've been doing so in a coalition with the NDP. And the NDP have been the ones who've been like, hey, there's a COVID going on. Probably best if we're going to be doing a lockdown, if we give everybody money so then they can pay rent and buy food and live, and that way we can actually do the lockdown properly. That was called the CERB. That was in large part because of Jagmeet Singh and the NDP, and yet they're going to take credit for it. But it's because of that the Liberals have somehow coasted to stay at this high number. This number does not look good in the sense that as the polling has been moving back and forth, I mean, right now the fact that they're at 33 and they're at 30, before they were at 36 or 37, so they've been all over the place. But the Liberals have held strong because people like systems that help them. So if you want to be popular, Americans, Democrats, and you instill programs that directly help people and tangibly help them, like the CERB helped a bunch of people under COVID, it's kind of hard to keep finding problems with that. Most people were like, well, it was nice having money for rent and eating during the worst of this, so we're kind of happy with that. Plus, you got the vaccines because you bought them up from all the poor countries and the other countries and the global supply pool and all that. What's also very good to see about all this is that the Conservative Party, all right, the Conservative Party led by O'Toole, they're getting siphoned. Now, they're not just getting siphoned because O'Toole sucks, and he does suck. He's very vanilla. He's tried to go through a lot of different ways. He tried to modernize the Conservative Party. He tried to make a part of their official platform that global warming is real, which I know, 2021, year of our Lord, that was a push he had to do. It didn't pass. Didn't go through. All right. So unfortunately, global warming is real is not a statement that'll be on the official Conservative Party platform. However, just the idea that he's been trying to, move things around. He hasn't been very exciting. Hasn't really galvanized the Conservatives. You can see the scary thing that's happening here, though, and that is the PPC. The PPC is the right party in Canada, led by Mr. Maxime Bernier, who we're going to talk about in a second, because obviously he's been doing some silly things. Maxime Bernier was supposed to be the leader of the Conservative Party of Canada. He narrowly lost to a pud named Andrew Scheer. And so, instead of doing the honorable thing like most people would do, which is step down and be like, all right, we have a new leader. You are now the leader of the Conservative Party. He started his own party. And thank you for that. Because we need more parties to split the conservative vote. All right. It's kind of like in America, if instead of just the two-party system that you're always befuddled with, if there was all of a sudden a Q party where all the QAnoners could go, instead of getting, you know, Marjorie Taylor Greene into power, they just have a useless pool of votes that go nowhere. That would be nice, you know, just to siphon that away. So that's what we're kind of seeing with the PPC. The PPC is basically, do you not like vaccines? Do you not like mask mandates? Do you not like immigrants? And is the Conservative Party not conservative enough for you? Then we got you covered. That's the PPC. The other two parties, the Bloc Québécois, they're separatists. They don't want the Quebec to be a province in Canada. They want Quebec to be their own country. And the Green Party of Canada is in complete and utter disarray and shambles. It's marred in its own troubles. So the leader of the PPC, as I was saying before, Mr. Maxime Bernier, has basically started to say that he's not going to be able to travel because he refuses mask wearing as well as vaccination. So under these new rules, the fascist liberals won't allow me to travel and campaign across the country. Starting soon, all commercial air travelers and passengers on interprovincial trains will have to be vaccinated. But I guess because he refuses. Yeah. Yep. Not taking a free vaccine is fascism. So that's my TED Talk on what you're going to experience here in this country for the next 20 days. If you want to know what it feels like, let me get back to the music. It's a lot of plastic. It's a lot of fucking plastic. So much plastic. Like, plastic everywhere. Even today, there's already plastic. There's just so much plastic. It's like everyone, like every MP down to the local level, puts up these signs, these little plastic signs. But then the same people who put them up are also supposed to put up ones for the party itself, and then also for the leader of the party. So you'll see people's houses, and it'll be like, you know, local MP, Jody Wilson-Raybould. Also, Justin Trudeau. Also, the Liberal Party. And also, the Conservative Party bad. And just littered. So within like a week or so, that's going to be all of Canada. Just plastic. Plastic everywhere. It's just going to be a giant plastic country. I know. Yeah, I mean signs. I've been to other countries during election times. There's posters, but there's not these yard signs like Canada does yards. I know America does them too, but not like this. Not like Canada. In Canada, they cover every square inch of the land to the point that there's nothing left. Yeah, the signs have French on them too. Most of them do. Not the Bloc Québécois. The Bloc Québécois, they're seulement en français. I know time is running out. Time is running out for this country, y'all.
No tool, of course.
Oh, last funny piece of everything. Hey, I'm going to be covering the Canadian election. I am, because I'm pretty much, I guess, the biggest Canadian streamer on Twitch. So I'll have to be your Canadian headquarters. I apologize to all of my European and American listeners who are like, but we don't care of such things. We do not care of the Canada. For you are cartoon people and silly, and you still have a queen, but it's not your own queen. It's actually our queen. So I'm not going to push back on any of that. You're totally right. You're totally right. I have nothing to say. Well done. Well done. But I'll find the fun things. Okay, I can promise you that. Dole will join the election stream. I'll get everyone to join. All right. I'll do the Canadian superheroes, the Justice League du Canada, la Ligue Justice de Canada. Ligue? Is it Ligue? Comment est-ce que tu dis Ligue en français? Je me souviens pas. But anyways, we'll combine them all. Mexi can be there. Thoughts Time. Mildred can be there. We can do a whole thing. Will I wear costumes? Sure. Sure, I'll wear costumes. But I don't know if y'all saw this ad. I need to show you the ad first. Unless they took it down. I hope they didn't take it down. It wasn't that controversial. It's not worth taking down. It's certainly not worth taking down. Oh, I'm also going to be helping Breen Ouellette hopefully get elected. He's local. He's also Indigenous. So like I said, I'm going to be supporting and canvassing for local Indigenous candidates. I'm going to be talking to Breen personally, seeing how we can work together and what we can do to get him into power. And he's also a full-blooded lefty, so that's going to be quite swell as well. Oh, they deleted it. Oh no. Oh, it wasn't on my account. They got in trouble for it. All right. Well, let's see if it still exists. The internet never forgets. Conservative Willy Wonka ad. So, I'm just going to put this out there. By the way, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. Justin Trudeau is only doing an election right now, no matter what he tells you, no matter what his spin, and you can already hear his spin probably, like, we are doing this for the good of all Canadians, because they know at this time in history, they have to make an important choice, one that represents democracy for all Canadians. It's going to be like that. It's going to sound and look just like that. What he really is saying is that I could probably get a majority. That's way better. I don't want to negotiate anymore with the NDP. I don't want to do any of this kind of lefty shit. I want to go full steam ahead. We're going neoliberal hellscape. Let's do this. Center all the way, baby. This is how we're going to achieve it. So that's what they're doing. So the Conservatives, they're not lying when they say the only reason for an election is because Trudeau wants a majority. That much is true. But man, if you think American like attack ads are cringe, wait until you see this. I kid you not. Wait until you see the level of... This is cringe that is only made possible because it's Canadian cringe. Okay? Only Canadians can cringe this bad. Americans do not have this level of cringe. I guarantee.
Here we go again.
Daddy will get you a golden goose as soon as we get home.
No, I want one of those. Don't care how I want
a majority.
I'm not kidding you. That was posted by the official Conservative Twitter account. It may have ran as a TV ad. I'm not sure. That scuffed ass piece of shit that anyone could have done a better job at. Like even the ending.
Don't care how I want
a majority.
Oh, you know, the problem is this Jagmeet Singh. He's very popular with the kids, and he knows how to use this thing called TikTok. And his TikToks, they're going viral. They're getting millions of views. How do we do the same thing? I got it. Willy Wonka. Kids love Willy Wonka references. The old one, the one they've probably never seen, but their parents have seen it, and it scared their parents. Let's do a meme with that, and we'll kind of just throw Trudeau's face in there and words to indicate the money. Do you want movies and Serfs watching the movies? So then come over to the new channels. It's the Serfs Cinema. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Can you do the thing, that thumbs up and comment and all those things that help us out in the algorithm that controls every aspect of our lives? Also, if you happen to have a Facebook account, can you delete it? Like just delete it. You should probably delete your Facebook account because it's not a great company. But hey, if you can't do that for whatever reason, I understand. And could you also go to facebook.com/thesurftimes then and give us a little like and a follow. We're just trying to push back against the fact that people like Ben Shapiro happen to dominate the platform entirely. And when everyone asks why do older generations believe the things they believe, one of the problems is the majority of them on social media use Facebook. So to counter that, we're just going to be on there too now. Also, if you happen to have a union or a worker co-op or even a leftist project, podcast, website, Zoom, MySpace, it doesn't matter. We will advertise it for free on this channel. All you got to do is go to weareserfs.com and use the forms that we got there, weareserfs.com. Thanks, everybody.
To our gods, Tigro and Payton El Jus, we pray to you, our sky daddies, to keep us safe from harm. To our monarchs, Tom Spiker and the Tim Caucus, we shall humbly clean your golden toilets in your spatial palaces. To our lords, Ultra Wolf, Evan Nudie, Trevor R., Alexander Thaler, Ryan Lubin, and Jeff Lamb, we are eternally grateful for this small segment of land for us to toil and work. To our knights, Ariane McCarthy, Daniel Sutton, Ants are still running the world, Coulter Smith, Val 9000, Jenna Tall, Dark Puppy, Quiet One 85, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, Multimondi, Trevor Janis, Lemmy 101, Anthropophojack, Saren 42, Chronic to Hemphog, Catherine, Bone Jenny, Radical Maniac, Ramona Costa, Jimmy Bignuts, Violent Orchard, Sophie Baby, Political Puppy, Andreas Chiringuito, Zach Christensen, Jopi, Josh Mickelson, Todd Buckingham, and Todd Lajeunesse. We raise our glasses, we raise our swords, and we salute you, our friends. And to Lance, you are the wind beneath my wings.